listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com. It's April 2nd, Animal Wednesday. The gang's all here.
Howdy.
Sam, Andy, Jenn, 2 days post-birthday. I think we need another redo because yesterday's redo was like inappropriate.
You
11
know,
and 12 toy.
I know the show I'm on, okay? I don't want
Just stop
anything
it
from you
already, okay?
fools.
She doesn't
I
want
thought yesterday's show was very educational.
to.
And I know Jenn is a fan of knowledge.
She
It was
is.
True.
yesterday was a lesson in physics.
Yeah, what not to do.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday's episode was like the those videos of that blender company. They used to do the Will It Blend.
Blend Tech. I
Yeah, it was
remember
like
them.
Will It Flush. We still have some serious thoughts about yesterday. But that was yesterday. Today is today. It is Animal Wednesday.
Oh,
And
thank
this
you.
is going a little bit back into time. But but I want to make sure, is this article supposed to be about Valentine's Day?
Well, that it's harkening back to Valentine's Day. But I
Okay.
thought this was a funny article.
Okay, it is. It's true.
Nonetheless.
So, this is to prepare you. You know, Valentine's Day is going to be in, I don't
You
know,
can do
10
this
months.
next year.
And for us hopeless romantics, each day is Valentine's Day. So maybe
Hold
you
on.
do this
Hold
too.
on. Who's the hopeless romantic here?
I am. You don't think so?
Yeah.
I
I guess
love-
you do watch Hallmark movies with your
I
wife.
love romantic comedies. I love Hallmark movies.
Who did
Uh,
you think it was, Sam?
Well, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I love Frank Sinatra.
And he said we are hopeless romantics. So I was just trying to figure out who he was referring to.
Jen is a little bit of a hopeless romantic too.
I'm a hopeful romantic. I've reclaimed that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That works.
So this is something you could do next year.
Janelle
Great.
and I are curmudgeons.
Not the googly eye thing. This is something
That's right.
else.
No, it's something
We've
completely
been there,
different.
done that.
Okay.
There's no
Okay.
reason to.
Animal shelters and zoos around the country are raising money with a slew of darkly funny fundraisers for those missed by Cupid Zero. You can
Okay.
name a feral cat after your old flame before it's neutered,
Feral.
Gosh.
or give rodents or cockroaches your love bug's name before feeding them to bigger animals.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
this actually happened in my home state, in Sam's home state of Minnesota, the Minnesota Zoo.
Oh, that
They have
checks out.
They have a campaign where you can name a bug, and people
Oh.
from all over the world.
Name a bug.
You could one of them was
cockroach
you could
after your
name a
ex.
hissing cockroach after an ex.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I have the perfect name for that.
Oh, really?
They're going to get some spiteful people.
Well, I think that's what they're going for.
Careful.
Some people
So-
pay a lot of money to spite.
Yeah,
True.
well, so one nonprofit that did this raised over $18,000.
Oh my word.
Impressive.
And this is a
Wow.
bird center, so people were buying rats, naming it after their ex, and then the birds would eat them. So many
Wow.
rats were purchased for the campaign, more than 130. The center ran out of supplies until another batch of frozen rodents arrived a few days later.
So they were
Ooh.
dead rodents on top of that.
Yes, dead rodents. And apparently, people I guess you could like watch it or something too.
Well,
Watch
I
the
mean,
animals.
you have to, right?
Watch it be devoured. Okay. Makes
You
sense.
know,
This is
marketing
Susan
wise,
Smith.
you could work with your local counselors and have them push them to their patients. You know, it would help you really process this.
Cathartic.
They're the fundraiser in town. I think it would be beneficial for all. You should go.
Well, Kaylee Johnson said this is the most incredible thing. Who's campaigning for her ex-boyfriend to be at the top of the smelly list. So this is one thing
Oh.
that Memphis Zoo in Tennessee does. You can apparently, if you donate more than anybody else, you can be on the top of the list. She's encouraging her friends to give to the fundraiser so that her ex-boyfriend can be on the top of the smelly list.
Wow.
That's impressive.
But here's the thing you can
Yeah.
also do If you're happily coupled, you can get a digital card and a family-friendly video of a red panda eating a grape to share
Aw.
for $10.
They've thought of everything.
That's my
Listen.
favorite animal, the red panda.
Yes, because they sleep, what, like 10 hours a day? Or no, 20 hours a day or something. Yeah, red pandas are really cute.
They're raccoons that look like pandas.
I've often compared my wife to a red panda. I've often said that that's her spirit animal. And
Good to know.
Lays around all the time and then eats a lot of.
okay, that makes me sound. I'm not saying my wife is lazy. She
and
she's a very hard worker.
And when something scares her, she jumps up and makes herself real big.
That's true. She does. That's true. But she enjoys her naps.
I've seen that happen.
She enjoys her naps too. So that's the Nugget. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com. Let me know the most spiteful thing you did for an ex.
I'm not done digging a hole for you, Andy.
This is why we need Jesus, Like, let that stuff go. Just, you're hanging on to that stuff just to punish somebody who it's not even going to affect. Like, let that stuff go, guys.
Yeah.
I read a story once of a girl who went on a trip somewhere and halfway across the world with her boyfriend, and went to one of those places where you put the lock on the bridge. Then she broke up with him, traveled back to that place
here we
just
go.
to cut the lock. Now that is dedication.
You can't let a $4 lock just stay in place.
I feel like that was just an excuse. I bet she like GoFundMe that thing. That's smart. She's like, I got to have closure. Pay for my trip for closure.
That's a personal fundraiser.
It is.
Maybe we should consider this for our Tilt-A-Whirl fundraising.
That might be $1 million idea.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can name Andy after your ex.
Name one of the Tilt-A-Whirl. Name one of the Tilt-A-Whirl cars after someone you love, because you wouldn't. It's gonna stay on there, and it's
yeah. We got to
thing.
destroy something. Put something in the tracks or something.
Yeah, like on the track. Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
Right. We'll workshop it. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com if you have any ideas.